So, none of you have been asking, where exactly did the name Bossco Animation Studios come from? Well, I'm here to tell you. So let me take you on a time-traveling journey back to the roots of Bossco. So, the first name of my channel used to actually be Jack Daniel, so it was basically just my name. Oh, have I said too much? And the Jack Daniel era was a relatively long era in my channel. Not nearly as long as Bossco Studios, but you know. Like literally in the first, from the what is now known as the first 4 seasons, I went by Jack Daniel. Then I decided, hey, how about I change my name to That Is Weird? Funny thing I said in the season 4 episode. When I said, that is weird. And That Is Weird didn't really stick around for that long. Uh, I even in my older episodes, you can see me refer to myself as That Is Weird and say stuff like "Have a weird Christmas" or "Have a weird Thanksgiving." Uh, Looking back, I kind of don't like this era, but I think it was only in the sixth season, then I changed it to Bossco Studios. So yeah, I changed my name to Bossco Studios, lived happily ever after, but where exactly does the name Bossco Studios come from? Is the question that I still have not answered. So we have to go back, not to the very beginning, not before the beginning, but you know, it was almost top secret. Little known fact, Bosses and Stuff, the graphic novel I read back way earlier in the series, before double digits, uh, Bosses and Stuff. It used to be a paper video game series, a video game I used to play on a piece of paper. It was like, it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, but not really. It's actually more similar to the game I used to play, Angry Birds Epic, and it takes way more inspiration from that. Uh, and it's a reboot of a 2017, 2018, 2017 paper game that I made, also called Bosses and Stuff. Uh, that had a bunch of failed reboots, and the only successful reboot was the one I made in 2019 that I read the graphic novel of on this channel. Oddly enough, though, the very, very original Bosses and Stuff from 2017 that I just mentioned was actually inspired by Cuphead, of all things. I don't know. Because I had other stuff, like, I was gonna make, like, something called Deal or whatever. I don't know. But no, we're here to talk about 2019 Bosses and Stuff, because that's the only real important one right now. But you did just learn the full history of Bosses and Stuff. I wrote on it Bossco Games, and that's where it comes from. Bosses and Stuff, Bossco. So the name originally came from Bosses and Stuff, because I love Bosses and Stuff. Because the 2019 one was more inspired by Parappa the Rapper for some reason. I don't know why. I was just a weird kid back then. But, yeah. To answer your question, I just did. Uh, so, that was actually, believe it or not, a time long ago, back in, like, season 5? I think season 5. When I said, Bosses and Stuff is like my Shrek. Or no, it might have been season 10, actually. No. No, it was like season 5. I said, Bosses and Stuff is like my Shrek. Those were the days. But that was like, you know, way back in a dark era of my life when I was still searching for what my next big series would be. I thought it would be Hungry, The Adventures of Hungry, like Hungry and Epic Tale. I thought it would be Bosses and Stuff. I thought it would be a lot of things, but then I made Rush, and originally I thought I'm not gonna let this get in the way of my other projects. So it's gonna be a little more like a side project, and then it became a main project, and I was like, oh my goodness, I found it, and wow, I'm thankful for Rush. I'm very glad that was the show, the series I settled on. Because can you imagine how different my channel would be if I was still making Bosses and Stuff content or still making Hungry and Epic Tale content? I might still make a film adaptation to the Adventures of Hungry. I realized I've been overthinking it this whole time. Rather than making this grand, uh, epic tale, I decided, hey, why not I just make this again, but with just a simple plot where Hamburger is chased away from his home, like in the original, and then finds Hungry, and then they go fishing. They're just trying to go fishing, have a good time, and then the villains come up, Sea Monster and Worm, and they bad guys. And that's basically the plot I had for the movie poster one. Yeah, it started off with a movie poster series that I read back in like season 6. So yeah, that was the history of my channel and what's to come. And yeah, that's it.